Good morning everyone. In the last class we have completed exercise 3. In that exercise 3 we did 3 problems 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we'll do the fourth problem. Okay. Fourth problem. What is fourth question ma all of you? See once. Read that fourth question. Yes. Divide the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7 by the product of minus 13 by 7 and minus 1 by 2. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that is the question. See, if you observe the question, what happened ma? Divide the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7. So the first statement is the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7, and the second statement is by the product of minus 13 by 7 and minus 1 by 2. So first what you have to do, you have to sum. You have to do the summation of these two fractions and the product of these two fractions. After completion of that summation, you have to do the product of these two fractions. After getting these answers, you should divide with this one to this one. Okay, if you divide this both, you will get the answer. This is the solution. Okay, now we'll do how much it will come. Clear? First one. What is the fourth question? Given data. Okay, given data, sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7. Okay, and product of minus 13 by 7 and minus 1 by 2. This is your statements. Clear? According to the statement, what is the question? What is the statement? Divide the sum of these two and the product of these two. So minus 13 by 5 plus 12 by 7 divided by minus 13 by 7 plus of minus 1 by 2. Sorry, this is your product, right? So you have to multiply. Okay. Next, what is this here? If you do the LCM of 5 and 7, how much you will get ma? 35. Okay. Here if you do the rough work here, 13 by 5 into 35 is 5 ones are 5, 5 sevens are 35. Yes or no? 5 ones are 5, 5 sevens are 35. Now 13 sevens are how much? 7 threes are 21, 7 ones are 7, 9, 91. Okay, minus 91 plus, and here 12 by 7 is there into 35. 7 ones are 7 fives are. 12 fives are 60. Clear? 12 fives are 60. And divided by minus into minus is plus. Okay, 13 ones are 13, 7 twos are 14. Clear? Now if you do the minus 91, 60, how much you will get? 1 minus 0 is 1, 3, minus 31. So total minus 31 by 35 divided by 13 by 14. Okay. Now if you divide these two, how can you divide these two ma, tell me? If you are having division of a by b divided by c by d, then you have the formula as, if suppose, since a by b divided by c by d equal to a by b into d by c. This is your statement. Okay, d by c. This is how you can write. Suppose here minus 13 by 31 by 35 is there into 14 by 13. Clear? Yes or no? This can be written as reciprocal when you come to the multiplication. Okay. Now do multiplication. Minus 31 by 14. Sorry, into 14. 4 ones are 4. 4 threes are 12. 1, 3. 4, 2, 4. Means minus 424 divided by 35, 13. How much you will get? 5 threes are 15. 3 threes are 9, 1 10. 1 fives are 5, 1 threes are 3. Means total 455. Now what you have to do, just cancel, do the cancel, you will get the answer. Okay, if you do the cancellation you will get the answer. Clear? Next, second question, means that is which one, fifth question. Okay, next see the fifth question ma. Read the question carefully. If 2 by 5 of a number exceeds 1 by 7 of the same number by 36, find the number. Okay, what he is asking, he is telling that 2 by 5 of a number is exceeding of 1 by 7th of that same number. So what is that number actually? You don't know. The exceeds number you don't know. So what you have to do, you have to take, first you have to take that number as, let number equal to x. Why? Because we don't know that number. What is that number? So we have to find out that number only, exceeds number. Okay, if 2 by 5 exceeds the number is equal to 2x by 5. Okay, if that 2 by 5 is exceeds the number, in the sense you have to write the 2x by 5 here. Clear? Next, and one more number is also there, that is 1 by 7. 1 by 7 of the same number is exceeding, 1 by 7 of the same number exceeding. So it can be written as how, 2x by 5 in the sense here 1x by 7, 1x by 7. This is how you have to write the statements. And the same number by 36 is, if you see the question, if you are having that the number is exceed by the same number is 36. So by the statement, we can written as, can write as, written as how 2x by 5 equal to 1x by 7 plus 36. Okay, 2x by 5 equal to 1x by 7 plus 36. So if you are here, you are having the like terms x and x. So what you have to do, this 1 by x, if you come out this side, 2x by 5 minus 1x by 7 is equal to 36. If you do simplification of this one, if you do the LCM of denominator, you will get the 35. So 14x here you will come, and 1x by 7 in the sense 5x here you will come. Okay, is equal to 36. 14x minus 5x is nothing but 9x by 35 equal to 36. 9x equal to, sorry here 6, 36 into 35, and x equal to 36 into 35 divided by 9. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. Now x equal to 35 into 4 means how much you will get? 4 5s are 20, 4 3s are 12. X equal to 120. Okay. The answer is that. Therefore the number is 120. Clear? Therefore the number is 120. Suppose, see here, the number, you got the number as 120. Yeah. Okay. Yes or no? Yes. If it is correct or wrong, how can you know that one? Tell me. Yes, if you substitute this x equal to here 2x by 5 and 1x by 7, you will get the same answer. Okay, if you will get the same answer, then only the answer will be correct. Otherwise it is wrong. Okay, good. Have you understand? Yes. Now we will go to the sixth problem. Okay, what is sixth problem? See, listen here. Sixth one, two pieces of length 2 3 by 5 meters and 3 by 10 meters are cut off from a rope 11 meters long. What is the length of remaining rope? Okay, what he is asking, one rope is there, that is a total length of 11 meters long, and in that rope, from that rope he cutted two pieces. Okay, he cutted two pieces of the lengths 2 3 by 5 and 3 by 10. Okay, now he is asking that find the remaining length of the rope. You have to find out the remaining length of the rope. See here, first of all, write down the given data. Write down the given data. What is given data? 2 pieces of lengths means the first of all write down the length of rope. The length of rope equal to 11 meters. Okay, the length of rope is equal to 11 meters first of all. Next, 2 pieces are cut off from the rope of lengths 2 3/5 and 3 3/10 meters. Clear? 2 3/5 and 3 10/10, 3 3/10 meters. Now the length of cut off pieces equal to 2 3/5 plus 3 3/10. Yes or no? If you add these two lengths, after getting the addition, you should subtract this answer from the total length of rope. Then only you will get the remaining piece of your rope. Yes or no? Now, this is in mixed fraction, so you have to convert into which fraction? Proper fraction. Okay. 2 5s are 10. 10 plus 3 is 13/5 plus 3 10s are 30. 30 plus 3 is 33/10. Here if you do the LCM, you will get the answer LCM as 10. Okay, 13 2s are 26 plus 33. How much you will get? 26 plus 33 is nothing but 59/10. Okay, 59/10. Now what you have to do? Just you have to subtract this length from the total length. Okay, you should subtract the total length from that one. Now what is the, therefore write down like this: the remaining length of rope equal to 11 minus 59/10. Okay, if you do the LCM, what it will happen? The LCM will be as 10. 110 minus 59. If you subtract, how much you will get? 1 5. 51/10 is your answer. This is your answer. Clear? Okay. Now if you write this proper fraction into a mixed fraction, if you convert this proper fraction into a mixed fraction, how can you do, ma? If you divide this two, how much you will get? 10 5s are 50, 1, 10 1s are 10. Means here suppose leave here only, you will get remainder as 1. So you can written as 5 1/10. Clear? This can be your mixed fraction. Clear? Next question. See the next question, 7th one. The cost of 7 2/3 meters of cloth is 12 3/4. Find the cost per meter. Okay, he is asking that this much of meters of cloth is rupees as 12 3/4. Okay, now he is asking that the per meter means 1 meter cost. He is asking that 1 meter cost. If you see this question, 7th problem, write down given data. Okay, first of all, the cost of 7 2/3 meters of cloth is rupees 12 3/4. Okay, this much of you are having. Now he is asking that the cost of 1 meter equal to how much? Okay, cost of 1 meter equal to how much? Now if you divide these two, then you will get the 1 meter cost. Okay, if you divide 7 2/3 divided by 12 3/4, then you will get the 1 meter cost. 7 3 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23 by 3. 12 4 is 48. 48 plus 3 is 51 by 4. Okay. Next 23 by 3 into 4 by 51. Okay. Now do multiplication. 23 4 is 4 3 is 12. 4 2 is 8. 1 9. 92 divided by 51 3 is 3 1 is 3. 3 5 is 15. 153. This is your answer. If you want, you can change this proper fraction into mixed fraction also. So therefore the cost of 1 meter equal to 92 by 153. Change this proper fraction into mixed fraction, and you will write the answer, how much you will get. Okay, this is your 7th question. Now see 8th question. Find the area of a rectangular park which is 18 3 by 5 meters long and 8 2 by 3 meters broad. See, first of all, here a rectangular is there. In that rectangular he is given that length and broad means width. Okay, that is nothing but length and breadth he was given. Okay, now what you have to find out, just area. Okay, you have to find out the area. See here, take it as a long in the sense you have to take as length. Broad means you have to take the width. Okay, length into breadth. This is in mixed fraction. You can convert into proper fraction and substitute these values in formula, that is L into B, length into breadth, area of rectangle. Then you will get the answer. Okay, this question you have to do by your own. Okay, next, what number should minus 33 by 16 be divided by to get minus 11 by 4? See here, he is given that one number. Okay, for this number, which number you have to divide it to get this number? Okay, which number you have to divide it to this number to the resultant should you get as minus 11 by 4. Okay, think which number you have to divide. Tell me, all of you. Think and write. Okay, these two questions you have to do by your own. Next, 10th one. If 36 trousers of equal sizes can be stitched with 64 meters of cloth, what is the length of the cloth required for each trouser? Okay, he is asking that if 36 trousers of equal sizes, 36 trousers are stitched of equal size, then the total meters of cloth is 64 meters. Okay, then he is asking about the how much cloth is required for stitching of each trouser. Okay, what you have to do, just you have to divide. Yes or no? Just you have to divide. Okay ma, just you have to divide. Means, see here, the 10th question, what is given data? Given data equal to the total number of trousers equal to how many? 36. Now each size of trousers equal to 64 meters. Okay, 64 meters. Now what you have to do, the length of cloth required for each trouser equal to question mark. So how can you find out? Just you have to divide by 64 divided by 36, you will get the each trouser cloth. Okay, length of that cloth. Now do 4 9s are 36, 4 1s are 4, 4 6s are 24. So 16 by 9 meters total. Clear? 16 by 9 meters length you want for the each trouser of your length. Clear? This is how you have to do the 10th question. Clear? Next, see the 7th question. 11th question. When the repeating decimal 10.363636 as up to continuously is written in the simplest fraction form p by q. From the find the value of p plus q. Okay, you have to find the value of p plus q. Here the decimal number is given that, okay, it is a repeating number. How much? 10.363636. It is continuing like that. Okay, now let x equal to 10.363636. See here, if you observe this question, what is the periodicity here? Tell me. Here periodicity equal to how much? 2. Yes or no? Periodicity equal to 2. If periodicity is 2, then you have to multiply with how much? Multiply with 100. Okay. Equation 1. You have to multiply 100 to equation 1. Take this equation as 1. Therefore, 100x equal to how much you will get? Yes or no? 363636 you will get. Okay. If you multiply that one, you will get the like this 103.6363. Okay. Otherwise, do multiplication 10.3636 into 100. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 6 3 6 3 0 1 0 0 6 3 6 3 0 1. Here 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, means 1036.36 you will get 1036.36. The point will come here. Okay, this is your equation 2. Take this equation as 2. Now what you have to do, just subtract from equation 2 from equation 1. How much you will get? 100x equal to 1036.363 and so on. And what is equation 1? 10.3636 and so on. Now if you do the subtraction 0 0 0 0, here 6 2 1 0 2 6 you will get 100x equal to 1026. Now x equal to how much? 1026 by 100. Yes or no? Yes. Now it is in the form of, now x equal to 1026 by 100 is in the form of p by q. Yes or no? In the form of p by q. Therefore, p equal to 1026, q equal to 100. Now in the question he is asking the value of p plus q. Clear? In the question he is asking that p plus q. Now can you find out the values of p plus q? Here you got p value and q value. Just you have to add p plus q equal to 1026 plus 100. How much you will get? 1126 you will get. Clear? This is your answer. Okay? Like this you have to do. Clear? Next. From this question you have completed the exercise 3 of your first chapter. Okay, if you see here what we have discussed in this exercise, rational numbers are closure under addition, subtraction and multiplication. The addition and multiplications are cumulative of rational numbers, associative of rational numbers. We have seen all those things. 0 is the additive identity for rational numbers. 1 is the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Means multiplicative identity in the sense you have to, suppose if you multiply 1 with any number you will get same identity. Okay, that is nothing but a multiplicative identity. A rational number and its additive inverse are opposite in their signs. Yes or no? Additive inverse in the sense you will get the all minus numbers, negative numbers. So both are opposite in their signs. Next, the multiplicative inverse of a rational number is its reciprocal. Yes or no? Inverse in the sense it is reciprocal. You can be written it as a reciprocal. Next, it is a distributive property of rational numbers. If you see here, next, rational numbers can be represented on number line. We have seen there are infinite rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. Yes or no? That can be found out by the help of mean method between two rational numbers. Okay. The decimal representation of rational numbers is either in the form of terminating decimal or non-terminating recurring decimal. What is terminating decimal and non-terminating recurring decimal, ma? If you are getting a remainder as 0, then it is said to be a terminating decimal. If you are getting other than 0, you have that non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay. Next, from this you have completed the first chapter. Okay. Okay, make your notes proper and complete your notes. If you are having any doubts, please comment me. Yeah. Thank you. We'll meet in next class. Bye.